before the heaven and the earth came to existence, what was I? Before the heaven and the earth came to existence, what was I? Before the heaven and the earth came to existence, what was I? Dharma friends and practitioners, practice meditation, believe, strong belief in the zone mind, and practice, emphasize practicing the practice, just ask the question, maintain down. Always practice means emphasize the practice. Now we are living in our life, living life. In our living life, we raising so many kind of talk. Okay, I've taught that the illusion. You attach in those talk, from those talk raising so many anxiety, suffering. And we practice and raising the talk, the illusion talk it automatically that become the bad, very bad habit, always raising, daytime or nighttime, all the time, always raising. And in this life, we know the practice method, we know the direct method from the Buddha, Sakyamuni Buddha in practice. To the practice, we should ask question normally, clearly. When you always practice like that, you don't use the practice to destroy the illusion, to delete the illusion talk. Illusion talk, just leave it there. It rising or disappear. That's just leave it all. We just practice. So the practice, ask the question and maintaining the down. We know everything. We don't change to everything. We don't attach everything. Just ask the question, maintain down. Maintain down to ask the question. That automatically down. No attachment on that. Just down. No feeling on that. No perception on that. The thought, raising the feeling, raising the perception, raising so many things ignored, really ignored, the only way to practice. Practice, ask question, maintain down. Doubt, we don't know. We want to know, we don't know. We don't know the self. We don't know the subjective. We don't know objective. We raise in thought, we know the thought. We know these thoughts. You are what you know. You are what you think. We are what you're doing. because that's the subjective, the objective, because that's the self-attachment. We do the good thing, we raise in the happy. We do the bad thing, raise in the anxiety, suffering, because the illusion create those things like that. We practice at the question, raising down, no attachment on that, down, no shape on that. So that's the cause of the wisdom. At the question, maintain down, like emphasize the practice. Down will lead to the practice in the lead the practice in the, to the great down. The great down, that the great core of the wisdom. Spiritual leads to the awakening, the great awakening, a great attain enlightenment. Such a practice. Into quý thầy, we should go.
Good morning, dear monks, nuns, and all Zen practitioners.
Tham thiền thì rất đơn giản.
So the practices of Huatou is very basic and easy. Basically, you need to start with the Huatou questions and maintain doubts. Not the mind, not the Buddha, not the thing. What is it? Not the mind, not the Buddha, not the thing. What is it? So just ask like very clearly. And that is the practice. And the practice here is turn inward and experience the don't know mind. When you try to ask the question and you don't know and you continue to ask. And this practice is as long as you continue on, continue to walk toward the path, asking the question and maintain the doubts. And this is also we going against our own ignorance. And our mind has such the qualities of discrimination, distinction, and speculation. And therefore, it creates a lot of problems for our practice and is distract us from the practice, not only in this life, but many, many lives. And it creates a lot of fear and a lot of negative thinking, extreme thinking. So it doesn't matter how long you practice, and maybe you are really skillful in your practice, but there is the self-attachment is still there, and our dreamy world is still there. We're not awakened yet, and right now we don't want to wake up, and we're still in the dream, and therefore we're still in our samsara or in our dream. And when it's time for us to wake up in our sleep, but we don't want to wake up, and we want to stay in our dream. So the wise teachers want us to not us the practitioners not should not use speculation, as if and so on, because this create a lot of problem, such as you expect this to be happy, and then if it's not, then we experience suffering. And this speculation or expectation, it play out a lot in our life. And sometimes this speculation or expectation is not able to help us go against all the worldly desire or attachment. And the basic attachment, and we're not able to detach because of our speculation, expectation, and it's delay our practice. So when we in this practice, and maybe we experience some conflicts with our friends, and we have this kind of doubts, or think that our co-mate, classmate, or I'm sorry, or our friends, they think negative about us, and they have not good regards about us. So this is basically from our own false thinking, false mind, and it creates the speculation, and it should be like this and that. And we have this thoughts of revenge when we think somebody think badly about us or act in a negative way toward us. So when we live with people around us, and this create some kind of friction, and the friction here is basically come from the attachment, the love, and so on, the intimates. So the wise sisters want us not to attach to this speculation, and we should not hold on to any of that or chase after the speculation, but we should put our mind in the practice. So the patriarchs, they say that we should consider the great solving the birth and death, but don't mind about the small details of things in life. So therefore we should not have this kind of speculation, and doesn't matter what, you should not use this speculation, because the speculation is come from our own discursive thoughts, this false mind, and this is also called the thief mind, as the patriarch called that. And when people they do something good for us, and we think oh, they are so good to us, they are terrific, and we have to do the same thing, and it's just on the duality, and from there it creates the intimates, and this intimates eventually is create a lot of conflicts later on. So and when they say something not right about us, or negative, then we turn from friendship to enemies. So it become a worldly affliction, and it's not the practice anymore. So when people they say something, but somehow they're not able to express fully their meaning, and we misinterpret it, and we create a lot of wrong thinking about them. So So the speculation is usually have this kind of wrong view, about someone, and we always think we are right, and they should do the things for us in our own way. So eventually, if we don't take care of this, the good friends on the path, they're gonna turn into enemies, and when our mind is not really in practice, truly practice, then all this little affliction they create, the biggest and become obstacles in a practice. So when you have a diligent practice, then you're able to have the automatically good results, and we don't expect that, but it comes. So just like the Buddha, during his time, he has to deal with Devadatta, his cousin, and he was able to exhaust all these conflicts with him, and it didn't obstruct his practice. So we should practice like the Buddha, and so we don't get distracted easily from anything. So anything so it's just this analogy that a little thoughts can drag us all the way, in the practice. It's just like the bull, able to drag a big carrot, and we are that when we have that little thought arise, and it's gonna carry all the way in a practice. So the teaching from the patriarch and the tiny thoughts or the tiny thinking it could create a lot of problems in our practice. So therefore we need to remember to return and ask the question and maintain the doubts. So the skillful means of the past patriarchs, sometimes they don't teach nicely or kindly. Sometimes they use their skillful means to help practitioners to wake up with the stick and yelling and all that, or scolding to help practitioners able to wake up faster. So when we still run after forms and names and fame and all that, and it creates a lot of obstacles. And if we're able to keep only one thought, that is the thought of solving the samsara, the birth and death, and we continue to do this, like people, they go deep into the woods, into the forest, to seek that this beautiful, fragrance wood, a very rare wood. So the wood hunter or the wood seeker, they have to go deep into the wood, just like us. We continue to keep going and going and going until we're able to wake. So this is just a reminder that we recognize this Zen sickness, so that we need to return to ask the question and maintain the doubts. So right now, if you have any questions, please raise your hands, and thank you. Okay, none. Tuệ Pháp. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Dear Thais, dear monks, nuns, and practitioners. So through your the Dharma talking, Dharma talk, can you explain more about the more we practice, the more we
càng tu càng xa dần, quét sạch cái ngã chấp
the more you practice, the more you're able to sweep all the
những cái tâm cho là
afflictions.
những cái tâm phân biệt.
Well, because our speculation or expectation from the practice,
nó quá thuần tục với mình,
we use this in our daily life all the time. So when we come to the practice, we apply the same method, and it leads to more ignorance. So this is the dream sickness in the Zen.
Cái mà mình thấy, cái
So,
mình nghe, cái mà mình biết trong chim bao á, là
so whatever you experience in your dreams and you attach to them, and we think they are real. And so right now, when we live in our real life, our life, and it's also in a dream, same thing, but we're able to recognize that and detach any abiding into the we don't even know what comes into our life, and as long we're able to maintain the practice and always have this mind of exhaust all the birth and death, and we don't have any other thoughts. We don't have to have any other thought than that. So we don't have to create skeptical doubts for ourselves or to show up to other people, because that is come from still on the verge of duality. So the practice doesn't have anything to hold on to, not even a tiny hole, like a noodle. And the hammer, the hammer ledge doesn't have any hole to put the handle in. So all this, we're not able to comprehend. And when you try to explain it, you try to solve it, then we're not able to go beyond the Huatou. So have to apply the trust in the mind. So from there we're able to understand the true teaching of the Buddha. So the Buddha said that it's this, we all have the same quality as the Buddha, the awakening, the wisdom. And when the Buddha was awakening and he wanted to teach all sentient beings about this, but he realized that sentient beings, maybe they don't have enough trust in the mind, so he have to use different skillful means. He that's why he created a lot of different teachings, different levels. And every skillful mean, every levels, sentient being attached to their own level. So because the lack of trust in their own mind. So we need to have this 100% trust in our mind. And if we're not able to gain 100% of the trust in the mind, then we need to study, practice with the wise teachers to have the supplementary teaching, so that we're able to build more trust in the mind. And all because of the speculation and the expectation of the mind. It's always create all the obstacles in the path. So any mistake that we made in our life, if we're able to stand up, and continue to move forward, then we be good. But if we don't do that, then we're gonna behind. So in our practice, so it doesn't matter how much difficulty that we're gonna get, we need to continue dedicate to the practice. So I hope that makes sense to you. Yes, thank you. And it's good Pháp. Dear monks and nuns and Zen practitioners, the Buddha has taught us that when the true Dharma, ones need to let go. So, so therefore, the wrong teaching also, how can we hold on to that?
Cái đó là cái phương tiện của Phật á.
So this is a skillful means by the Buddha. So he uses teaching as a way to refute all the teaching, to help practitioners to let go because of the self-attachment to the practice, to the teaching. So we have different level of practice from the Tathagata teaching to the Bodhisattvas, to the Arahats. So all these qualities, they need to sweep out from human realms, God realms, Asura realm, Arahats. So even the absolute of the prajna teaching, practitioner need to sweep out everything. So this is basically self-destroy the attachment to the path. So it's basically all the six consciousness also let go, and even to the complete enlightenment is also let go, and all the 12 links and from the basic practice to the advanced practice, practitioner eventually have to go. So even the nirvana, practitioner need to let go as well, and to the absolute enlightenment. So even the Buddha said that even the true teaching ones need to let go. So therefore, no way you're not gonna hold on to the false teaching. So the all this yana, human yana, God yana, heavenly God yana, Arahats yana, Bodhisattva yana, and all these yanas, practitioner need to let go, because if you still attach to any yanas, your practice is still on the duality. So even when you say get rid of, that the word get rid of is still already wrong. It's not right, but for the sake of understanding, so the Buddha have to say such a word that we understand. So any words, any speech, any lectures, is still right now we still in a conventional practice. So practitioners need to eventually let go of this conventional teaching, because when we still in the conventional, there's still a sense of self-attachment. So this practice is we call the certain path. The certain path is basically it takes out the subject and object. So therefore, the patriarchs they try to explain very thoroughly, very carefully about this teaching. And so even the true Dharma, even the true Dharma, ones need to let go. We're not able to hold on to anything. So how come we hold on to the wrong teaching? So that so it's just based on when you're able to fully meet all the conditions, then you're able to awake yourself. So we have to so this is the words we use in our practice. Is not for intellectual understanding or for scholarly learning. So it's coming from our own practice. So we need to practice until we get to the before Huatou. So when we get to the Huatou, so this is the seed for our awakening. So then we're able to know our true self. Just like when you drink the water, if it's warm or is cold water, you're able to know exactly as it is. And the true nature, is show up, and you're able to understand completely why the Buddha and the patriarch they have to went out their way, to show us the practice. So therefore, we continue to ask the question and continue to maintain the doubt until we achieve the enlightenment. So does that make sense? None? Yes, thank you. So we are running out of time. So thank you everyone for your patience and practice. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.